Welcome, amazing one, and let's solve this beautiful geometry puzzle together. We are given a square. This is a square, and the length of this square measures 20 units. And inscribed are two identical half circles and a full circle. These touch each other and as well touching the size of the square. And the question is asking us to find the area of this shaded circle. Now, how do you do that? Relax, I will take you through that step by step. It's just so easy. Now, to find the area of the circle, we know too well that the area is simply pi r squared. Now, if we do this, it gives us this area. But the question is, do we know the radius of the circle? Remember, the radius is the line from the center touching any part of the circumference. So do we know the radius of this circle? Can we get it? If we can get this radius, then we can find the area. Now let's go back to the question. We're going to use the information given to get this radius. Remember, we are told that this whole length is 20. And if this is true, you observe that the identical half circles are both touching each other and also touching the vertices of this square. It means that this has divided this length equally. So from here down to this end, let's adjust this. So it means that from here down to this end measures 10 units. And from here down to this end also measures 10 units, so that the total length will still be 20. Now, what do we do next? Our target is to find this R. Go back again. Remember that this is the diameter of the half circle. So we are free to get the radius from the center to touch this gives you the radius, and that is half of this length. In that case, from here to here is going to measure 5 units. Then we can also get the radius of this. From here to here also measures 5. From here to here measures 5. And from here to here also measures 5. Now, what do we do with this information? We can also, remember, the radius runs from the center touching the circumference of the circle. So using this, we can also extend this. Remember, when you see this question, you always target the touching point. That helps you to solve the question so easily. In that case, let's get a radius that will touch this touching. You see that the circle and this half circle are touching each other at this point. So we're going to get a radius from here to touch that point of the half circle. And from here to here is also measuring 5 units. Going back to this, we can also generate from here to touch this part of the half circle. And this also measures 5 units. Now, what do we do next? Remember, we said, going back to the full circle, the radius is from the center touching any part of the circumference. In that case also, we are free to extend our radius from this center to touch this intersecting point. Now, the question is, will this be a straight line? Let's look at that. With this line that will go from here to touch this, make this to be a straight line. Let's extend this first and then see if it's a straight line. So let's extend it. So we join. Now, is this a straight line? Yes, it's a straight line because the line from the center of the half circle, remember, these two are tangent at this point. When the arc, these two arcs are touching each other at this point becomes the point of tangency. And remember that this is the center of the half circle and this is the center of the full circle. Now, this point on these lines, the point on the center and the point of tangency and that of the center of the circle are said to be collinear. They are forming a straight line using your tangency theorem. So this is a straight line. And if this is a straight line, we can generate another, because we can get from here to touch this is also the radius of the circle. Remember, from here to here is our R. Then let's extend it again to this. So we join gradually. This is what we have. Is also a straight line. obeying what we have explained here. And remember, from here to here measures R. Now, what do you do next? Also know that from here, we can generate another radius from here to touch this part of the circle. We are targeting this meeting point. So we are going to have it this way. So we extend the line from this end now. From here to here is also our radius. If we extend the line from here to touch this point, let's do that. Do we know the value of this length? This length from here to here. We don't know it. It's not the same with the radius. So in that case, let's say that this length here measures M. Now, what do we do next? Go back again. You can also extend this to touch this. Remember, it's also radius. So if you do that, you're going to have this. So this is what we have. And this also becomes the radius of the circle. Also remember, if this length measures 20 units, because it's a square, the whole of this length also measures 20 units. We can take this part off. Now, if this length measures 20 units, what did you observe? You observe that this length is equal to this. So if you bring it out, you are going to have from here to this place is given as R. From here to here is also given as R. And from here to here is given as M. So this is equal to this length, which is 20. What do? Let's simplify this. This gives us 2R plus M is 20. Now, let's get our M. So we are going to have M is equal to 20. Subtract this is going to be minus 2R. This is our M. So if this is our M, it means we are going to replace this M with what we have found here. Now, replacing this, what do you do next? You observe carefully that this is the height from here to this end has given you the height of this triangle we have formed. Did you observe we have formed a triangle? So this has become the height of this triangle. And it's because it's the perpendicular height, it makes a right angle here. And you are free to bring out either of the shapes. You see that the two shapes are congruent. So let's bring out one of the shapes. If you bring it out, this is what you have. And this has formed a right angle triangle. Let's bring it out and see if it helps us in finding the radius. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you for always choosing to learn through us. If you love what we do, don't forget to give us thumbs up. And if you are still new, why not subscribe for the more tips you'll get? Make sure notification bell is on because you'll get updates from us every day. Thank you. And let's keep doing this to have. Bringing out this part of the shape, this is what we have. This length here measures 5 units. So here is 5. This length measures, from here to here measures R. And from here to here measures M. So the whole of this length is given as R plus M. But remember we said M is equal to 20 minus 2R. So if you simplify, substitute M in this expression, it means we have R plus M is 20 minus 2R. So if you simplify this minus this gives us R. So we have 20 minus R. It means that this length here is given as 20 minus R. So let's replace it with 20 minus R. So here gives us 20 minus R. Now, what about this length? Do we know this length? Let's go back. Remember, this length from here to here measures R, and from here to here measures 5. So the whole of the length is going to give us R plus 5. It's right angles here. Now, what do? Whenever you are working with the size of a right angle triangle, always use your Pythagorean theorem. Using our Pythagorean theorem, we are going to have this length becomes the hypotenuse because it's the side that is opposite to right angle. So it's the longest side. You are going to square it, and it should be equal to the square of the two legs summed. So we have 20 minus R squared plus 5 squared. squared. Simplifying this, remember to expand this for every, so let's take it off. For every a plus b squared, it's always a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Now apply this here. We have r squared plus 2 times r times 5 plus 5 squared is equal to expand this, for every a minus b squared, it's always a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Applying it here, we have 20 squared minus 2 times 20 times r plus r squared. Then 5 squared gives us 25. Keep solving. R squared plus multiply this, it gives us 10r plus this gives us 25 is equal to, this will give us 400. This will give us 40r plus r squared plus 25. Now what do we do next? Let's take it up. So from here, we now have r squared plus 10r plus 25 is equal to 400 minus 40r plus r squared plus 25. So we're going to subtract r squared from both sides and also subtract 25 from both sides. When you do that, this takes off this takes off, and we are left with 10r is equal to 400 minus 40r. Let's add this. To remove this, you add 40r to both sides. And when you do that, this gives you 50r is equal to 400. This will take off this. So to get r, divide both sides by 50. And when we do that, this will take off. R will give us, this will take off this, and we have 8. Our radius is 8. Now, if r is 8, then we can now find the area of the circle as pi r squared. And that gives us area is pi times our radius is 8 squared. And if you simplify, area will give us 8 squared, will give us 64. So we have 64 pi in square units. You can also leave it in a decimal. And if you do that, area will give us, just Q this in the calculator, and we have approximately 201.06 squared units. And I hope you learned something. Don't forget to tell us how much. I'll also be curious to see your own method. Thank you for always choosing to learn to us. I hope to see you in my next video. Do have a lovely day. Bye.